Hello, good night YouTube. This is your boy Adrian here from Style and Fashion. Now usually, you guys know that a lot of the videos that I do are purely tech oriented, where we review a cell phone, we review a smartwatch, we review the newest and latest gadgets, so that you guys can get an idea if you all should buy it or pass. But tonight, the topic of the day is actually a lady that was kidnapped by the name of Kunti. Now, a couple of you guys who know me well knew that I worked in special anti-crime. And in special anti-crime, they taught us a lot of skills, practical stuff, not so practical stuff. And one of the things they taught us in special anti-crime unit of Trinidad and Tobago was covert entry. Now that was way back in the days, way back to 2008, 2010, when SORT was a legal body. However, I just wanted to share my experience on lockpicking. So a lot of people, when they hear that Kunti used a hairpin and she managed to escape from her prisoners, they're like, oh my god, that is not possible. But the truth of the matter is that locks offer something called the illusion of security. Now, here we have a master lock. Now, a lot of you guys are familiar with master locks. This is a 5-pin lock that has 3 security pins. So I chose this one because of the security pins. So you guys will see how difficult, you will see a rather difficult lock to pick. So say for instance, they had a hasp and they had a hasp on the door, and they used this to secure the door itself. Now those yields on the door itself, that's a whole different story. That's way easier than this. But first, to understand how we're going to pick the lock, we have to understand how a lock works. So what we can actually see here is we have the keyway, where the key would go in, and then we have 2 types of pins. The top one, which you guys could see, I'll point this out here, those are the driver pins. And those driver pins, those push down on something called the key pins. You guys can't actually see it, but the key pins are what the key itself touches and pushes the driver pin to the line where the cylinder meets the outer part of the cylinder, the outer lock body. And that itself is called the shear line. Once all of the top pins are above the shear line, the lock itself, it would turn and boom, it would open. Now, this is literally an impromptu video at 1:17 AM. So I could go into much more detail about this, but for general information, not gonna go too much in depth. I don't know who might misuse this information, but I just want to show you guys how easy it is to get a master lock open. So, 2 things we need is, well, the black hair clip, which was actually talked about in the Guardian and Express articles. And 2, what we also need is something called a tension wrench. Now, this is literally a piece of wiper blade insert that actually just bends. So this was free, and what I could have done, I could have bent this to make a tension wrench, but again, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm lazy AF, not gonna do that. So the first part, now a lot of those movies, when they show you how to enter a door, they just show the pick and they show the guy like moving up and down like, oh my god, I'm gonna pick it. But the most important part is actually applying tension to the cylinder itself. So we need 2 things. We have the tension wrench, and this will just be turning the core, and it will allow the pins to actually bind. Now, alright, let's do it. So I'm actually behind a tripod here, so just pretend as if Kunti was in the dark. So we have 2 methods of picking. We have single pin picking, which I really doubt, unless Miss Kunti was trained, would actually do. The second thing is raking, or, well, some people call it, well, there are 2 types, raking and bitch picking. Raking would be where I actually put this pin in and apply slight tension and pull it out, pushing all of the pins up at the same exact time. So we're gonna try it for a little bit. Okay. So I really doubt this was the method she used, and plus my hands seem to be kind of greasy, so this is less likely to work. The method that most people use is a method called bitch picking, which is what people see on TV, where they shove the pin in and move it up and down and hope that we put enough pins above the shell line to get open. So that locked, we'll do that again. Okay, so fully open, locked. We're totally trapped. The kidnappers who gave us chow mein and put us in an air-conditioned room, they've locked us back up. No. Okay, then we take the homemade tension wrench, which, like I said, I just choose this because lazy. Could I use one of these hair clips anyhow you take it? Put it in. Remember, this master lock actually has security pins, so I tried it and it was way too easy. Then we use the method of bitch picking, which is we put the pick in and just kind of jiggle it back and forth, and the slight tension would actually allow for open. So that's the thing. If you use the techniques that most schools teach you, you would not have gotten an open. Like, for instance, the raking. Actually, you could actually rake with the top of this, but this keyway is a little bit too narrow for that. So we're not gonna rake again. Bitch picking, get another open. So this is Adrian, just showing you guys how easy it is. The locks on your doors aren't safe. Do like me, deadbolt all the way. 10,000 pound deadbolt locks all the way. Anyhow, Adrian signing out. Laters.